To better prepare students for the 21st century, instructional rigor must be increased for all students. In Fairfax County Public Schools social studies classrooms, K through 12 teachers and students are raising the bar in many different ways. One effective method for adding rigor for our youngest learners is by using objects. Object-based learning helps learners construct meaning about history content. And as teachers learn how to use questioning techniques as objects are presented, they guide student learning and delve deeply beyond the names and labels of the chosen objects, providing students with opportunities to consider and examine unique features of the objects being viewed.
The whole idea is that every day you are trying to encourage your students to think about certain ideas and concepts, and how do you draw them in? What is it that will entice them? Because if you engage your kids, they're going to learn. Well, everybody loves stuff. Everybody, whether you're an adult, a child, whatever, everybody loves stuff, even if it's the simple everyday stuff. So as you think about what you're going to teach, one of the things you want to think about is how can I build a bridge between the ideas that I want to get across and what our kids know. So the object helps build that bridge.
Effective questioning techniques enable students to become active participants in the learning process. With open-ended questions, students are able to expand their awareness and make connections. The discussions that follow often motivate children to investigate further, dig deeper, and discover more. The object-based learning experience enables our youngest students to reach the highest levels of thinking, including analysis, synthesis, and evaluation. The experience also sets a framework for middle and high school, when students will work with more challenging pieces, such as primary source documents. Beginning in middle school, document-based questions, or DBQs, are yet another way to increase rigor in the social studies classroom. The DBQ process encourages students to analyze a series of historical documents in order to answer questions or solve problems. As students review these historical documents, they begin to do the work of historians, as they investigate the content with a critical eye to the story behind each document, and increase their ability to problem solve, think critically, and demonstrate improved communication skills. In this 8th grade classroom, students work together to answer a question about drilling for oil in Alaska. Since students are new to the process, working in groups helps them to not only develop confidence by working with peers, but also teaches them how to work together to solve a complex problem. In high school social studies classrooms, students are engaged in the 4 C's of 21st century skills: critical and creative thinking, collaboration, and communication. In this class, students learn about Hammurabi's Law Code and how it affected early civilizations. In collaborative groups, students read primary source material and work together to analyze and evaluate the law code.
It says, if a male slave says to his master, "Thou art not my master," his master shall prove him to be a slave and cut off his ear. Ow, that would hurt.
Role-playing as tribal leaders of a new community, they decide which laws to keep and which to discard.
I think we should keep number 13 because, it's the builder. If you built it wrong, then it's your fault that you didn't build it right.
In this class, students review the Columbian Exchange. They begin in pairs in a collaborative examination of the role of the potato in history.
The question is, what is significant about the year that Vienna got the potato?
Well, as you can see, it's 1580, so it was during the Renaissance.
They analyze maps and formulate hypotheses, which they communicate to classmates. Using computer software, they draw and identify trade items on a virtual map. They include with their creations an analysis about the positives and negatives of the Columbian Exchange. These assignments are turned in electronically through the 24/7 Blackboard learning system. Whether collaborating and communicating through technology, evaluating primary source material, analyzing document-based questions, or using objects to better understand history, Fairfax County Public Schools social studies students, K through 12, are measuring up to a raised bar of expectation.